8 months. Also, I forgot. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Fatty's Fragrance Review Show. These are words I never thought I'd say again. But here we are. Welcome back. It's been a while, and in order to compensate for the times I've missed out on and the countless videos I've missed out on, I've come in with a nice compilation of 5 of my favorite oud fragrances that I own. Now, these are particularly not oud-centric fragrances, as in the oud isn't necessarily the top note or the most dominant note, but they do contain oud, and I think that the way that the oud synthesizes with the other components of the fragrance make it very beautiful fragrances. So, without further ado, I've kept you waiting for 8 months. Let's get right into it. The first fragrance I'd like to talk about is Imperial Valley by Gissa. This is such an amazing fragrance. Look at this. Just look at this. Just look at this atomizer. Wow. Now this is what I call a headache in a bottle. But a nice headache. A headache that will leave you smelling very nice. For the price you're paying, around 40 USD, you are getting every little penny's worth in terms of a fragrance. You're getting a nice aromatic oud leather fresh spicy fragrance from it. And trust me when I tell you, I bought this fragrance in December. I can still smell it on some of my clothes that I wore in December and I haven't worn since. This is beauty. This is just... If I had to describe the projection and the longevity, I would say it's nuclear. Wear with caution. Spray 3 or more, and I don't know, you could get rid of a cold with this fragrance. It will clear your nasal passage. So the top notes, yeah, like I said, very potent. The top notes for this fragrance are Sicilian bergamot, pink pepper, and Davana. The middle notes are the agar wood, so your oud, your white amber, and rosemary, which is something that you don't typically see in these types of oud fragrances, but I think it's played out very well in this. It's very subtle, but you can definitely smell the touch. And then for your base notes, you have leather, musk, and vetiver. I think, personally, if you're looking into purchasing a nice fragrance, this, if you have access to it, I bought this in the Middle East where it's very readily accessible, this is what you should be going for. You are getting absolutely amazing value for your money with this. And I think it's worth it. And so the next fragrance I'd like to talk about is Armani Privé's Oud Royal. This one in particular is the collector's edition. I'm not too sure how it differs from the regular edition, but I'm pretty sure there's a differentiation in the notes. I think this is a Middle East classic based on what the lady at the store told me, but I don't know, could be... Oh, I'm out of focus. Yes. Could be a sales trick, I don't know, but to be fair, this is such an amazing fragrance. It's very ambery, very spicy, and of course you have your oud, as the name would suggest. I would also say to spray this one with caution. And I would also say that this would not please the masses, as in, this is not everyone's cup of tea. It's a very, very spicy, complex incense fragrance where you have your myrrh, your incense, your oud, your amber, and your various spices. So many I can't even count. I can't even pronounce half of the words, but that's how you know it's good. You have these notes that they culminate such a beautiful fragrance. And wow, this lasts forever. You could put this on, board a flight, have a layover for 6 hours, take another flight, land at your destination, take a shower, and you could still smell it on your skin. This is such a beautiful fragrance in every conceivable way. And me personally, I really like it. But once again, I said, it's not going to be everyone's cup of tea. And that's understandable, obviously, because as an oud fragrance, I would say this is somewhat wearable. but it depends on obviously the climate, the time. I would say this is more of a nighttime winter fragrance, because if you wear it at any other time, you will get publicly shamed for wearing it. I've been told that I am able to be smelled from across the classroom. I don't I it's not I don't distrust that opinion. And for the price you're paying, I've seen these bottles go up to 400, 500 USD. For the price you're paying, I would say unless you really, really like this fragrance, it's not worth the price. Definitely not. But if you have smelt this fragrance and you understand its complexities and you really like it and you think, wow, this is something I would want to wear, then yes. This is what your uncle smells like when he comes back from a trip from Dubai. Take that as you will, but it's just my personal opinion. I would say beyond a shadow of a doubt that this fragrance is not blind buy safe, meaning that if you buy this and you haven't smelt it, more likely than not, you will be disappointed. But if you are really into spicy, incensey, oud fragrances, then I think that this is the fragrance for you. Also, the cap doubles up as a nice fidget spinner. Sorry, I just had to put that out there. The next fragrance that I would like to speak about is one that I have not heard much about before in the past. Why that is, I'm not sure, but it's a beautiful one at that. And that is Van Cleef and Arpels Precious Oud. And I think the reason why I haven't heard much of this is because it's apparently a woman's fragrance. I don't think so. This is a nice white floral fragrance. You have your woody notes, your amber, spicy notes, and you have that beautiful oud that's all the way at the bottom. Now, obviously, it's called Precious Oud, but the oud is at the bottom. Yet, they find a way to make it work. Similarly to the Gissa, the Precious Oud finds a way to mix a fresh scent, a nice floral scent, woody and amber, alongside oud. And it does it by utilizing incense, patchouli, sandalwood, ambergris, and vetiver. These notes usually you wouldn't see them together necessarily, especially when you're looking at designer-y fragrances. But in this instance, I would say that it works phenomenally well. I would say that this is such a beautiful floral oud fragrance. The only downside with this is that you will end up paying in terms of longevity, but the smell does linger on afterwards. It's just very, very subtle. It's overall such a nice fragrance. I would recommend this. You're paying around 150 to 200 USD for this. I think this is around 100 ml, 100, probably 100. This is overall very nice fragrance. You're getting a very cool bottle. It has very nice presentation. As you can see, I've used a lot of this. I've had this for around 2.5 years. I bought this in Saudi Arabia. I have to say it smells just as good, if not better, than when I first bought it. So yes, this is a beautiful fragrance, especially considering the jasmine and the tuberose, the two white flowers. It makes it such a beautiful floral fragrance, which just, it intertwines with the oud, the sandalwood, that just makes it such a nice fragrance to smell and be around. It's also not as headache-inducing as other common oud fragrances, which I would say is a positive in this current world that we live in. But yeah, if you're looking for a subtle, nice floral oud, then I would say that this is the play. And also, I would say this is more suited towards women, but not restricted to them, as I think this can be pulled off by anyone. I don't think these types of fragrances should be restricted to one gender, especially because it smells like just regular oud. Not like any other, but a regular one. It wouldn't smell like a woman's perfume necessarily. But yeah, that's Van Cleef Precious Oud. And considering that it's Van Cleef, you know, expensive flower bracelets that cost a fortune, this is an amazing price. 150 to 200 USD. Definitely worth a shot if you're into ouds or into floral fragrances that are a bit woody. Yeah, I would say that this is also blind buy safe. It's very hard to be led down by these types of fragrances. Just know it's very sweet, very floral, flowery, kind of woody. Yeah, it's all up to your own personal preference. And of course, this is not an acquired taste as this one is. This one, I didn't even like it at first, but after a few sprays, you know, my mind got changed. And also, it's really fun to play with the cap. Next is one that I have talked about quite a lot. Oud Ispahan by Christian Dior. This is from the Dior private line. This isn't really a niche perfume. It's more of a private collection one. This is just one that I can spray all day. It's a rose oud perfume. A bit similar to, if I'm not wrong, Les Sables Noirs, or the other one from Louis Vuitton, Ombre Nomade. Quite similar, but I would say that this one makes it better because of the woody, spicy, amber, patchouli notes, and also the underlying floral notes that are very subtle, but they just make it so much better. As you can see, I have quite some taste in oud, where I really like the floral ones. It's not for everyone, obviously, but yeah. You have a top note of I can't say that word. Middle notes of rose, patchouli, and saffron. Saffron, beautiful as always. Then your base notes, oud, sandalwood, and cedar. So you have your woody notes all the way at the bottom. You have floral notes in the middle. You have some patchouli in the middle. Very fresh, very nice. Then at the top you have, okay, I'm going to say this, labdanum. Yes. So overall, this is a very phenomenally beautiful, amazing fragrance. You can check out my individual review of this one. I have my name engraved on it just because, you know, such a beautiful fragrance. And this will set you back around 300 to 650 USD, because you can also get the pure perfume one, which I would not recommend. That's really a very, very big headache in the bottle. But this one, you can get away sometimes with overspraying it, obviously, if you're going outside and whatnot. But this is just, you get the quality you pay for with this. The longevity is absolutely amazing. Projection, amazing. I haven't smelled this on anyone else ever, but in contrary, this, you can smell this on every 2 or 3 people you encounter in the Middle East. Whether you're in Saudi Arabia or Dubai or Abu Dhabi, every third person you meet will smell like this. But it's okay. It's common for a reason. It's just really good for bang for your buck. But yes, this is an unconventional take on the oud because it is not agarwood heavy. It rather relies on the other notes to bring out the oud, such as the rose and the sandalwood, the cedar, and the saffron. They play such a perfect part of synthesizing with the oud to make it come out and make it smell very, very good. Now, last but not least, we have one that I've mentioned previously. One of my favorites. I just picked up a new bottle. This is my other one finished. Inicio Oud for Greatness. What can I say about this? This is single-handedly the best oud fragrance there is out there for anyone who wishes to purchase one. This is a warm, spicy, fresh, spicy oud fragrance. You have your lavender in it that makes it smell so good. It's so strong. It's so long-lasting. It is a very masculine scent. It's a very assertive smell. By that I mean, You walk into a room, you have 5 sprays of this, everyone's gonna know you're there. You're gonna be the best smelling person in the room. It's a very complex blend. It has your saffron and nutmeg and lavender at the top notes. Your agarwood, so your oud, very strong oud at the middle notes. And then your base notes are patchouli and musk. So these notes are just such a beautiful blend, and they make this such a powerful fragrance to smell. It's very agarwood heavy, but I would say that these underlying notes, such as the saffron, you can really smell. And the patchouli is a bit more subtle, and so is the nutmeg, the musk, and the lavender. The musk not as much, because obviously musk is a very aromatic type of fragrance, very spicy, not spicy, but a warm fragrance note. And I would say overall, this, if anyone wishes to get into oud or have the best oud, this is what they should go for. But if you are trying to ball on a budget, this is what they should go for. You've heard it here. Longevity, amazing. Sillage, amazing. Price, around 300 to 450 USD, depending on where you're buying from. I would also say that if you are a woman, I would discourage you from purchasing this. If you are a woman, then I would suggest you to wear one of these two, the Van Cleef or the Dior, as they both smell very good. But if you're looking for a good niche house fragrance specializing in fragrances, get this one. This is just such a beautiful bottle. Nice cap, very heavy. But it's not just about the bottle, it's also about the smell. It smells so, so, so good. Any Initio, actually, I would really recommend you to get. They're pretty blind buy safe, except for some of them. Like the rose one. I would not recommend you to buy that one blind. But other than that, this is such an amazing fragrance. But once again, just like any of these, except maybe for the Van Cleef one, you spray more than 3 or 4 sprays of this, you will be causing headaches all around you. And if that's your intention, then go ahead, because I have been guilty of doing that myself, but it's okay. It's your life at the end of the day. But yes, I sincerely apologize for being absent for these 8 months. I hope this video has made up for it. If it hasn't, leave a comment. No mean comments though. Thank you guys for watching this video, and I'll see you guys in another 8 months. No, I'm kidding. I'll try my best to upload whenever I can. Thank you, and I hope you have an amazing day, night, or whatever time you're watching this video. Thank you, and take care.